So, hello everyone, this is Verde, and today I'm playing even more boosted survivors. The Spiffing Brit is still there. I don't know if that's really him, but I'll figure it out someday. Time to random again. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. So, as a weapon, we got unarmed, which is just what you would expect, right? And as a special, as a spell, we got lightning bolts. Lightning bolt. Actually, it's not lightning bolt. It's just magic missile. The thing is, as you can probably see, I can only kill one enemy every 6 seconds. Okay. Thankfully, it will probably stay that way for a long time. One enemy every 6 seconds. But how are you guys doing, I suppose? I could get more charges, so I can kill enemies more frequently at the start of the wave. At least I am somewhat good at aiming magic missiles. So, at least that's that. But this will take a while. Yeah. The thing is, this might actually work out if I get either. There are 3 upgrades which might save us from complete tedium. 3 legendaries. The first of them will be... I forgot the name of it. First of them would be piercing projectile. That would make it... Actually, there are 4. Anyway, the second one of them would be multi-projectile, which is just exactly what you would expect. The third of them, which I don't like that much, would be lightning bolt, which makes more things like that generate a little bit of a lightning effect. Also, we could get some other ways of dealing damage, like... I forgot the name of it, but I will remember Gaia Spirit, which is a way of dealing damage. Another way would be Lightning Dash. So there are some ways out of this situation, but the situation is somewhat grim. You know, I don't really need to increase the damage of the lightning bolt until the first boss. So I probably won't. I mean, I could always also do something with I could also do something with elements like lightning strikes, or what I can't do is something elemental related to my projectile. That would be very not intelligent. And I fired toward the wrong place. Remember what I said about being good at this? Forget it. Just delete it out of your mind, okay? But I pretty much enjoy the build of Gaia Spirit. If I could get that thing rolling here, that would be fantastic. Guess unarmed. Punch, 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 punch. Recoil side. Let's get more armor, shall we? I missed. Thing is, every time I miss a projectile, we are staying 6 more seconds in this purgatory of situation. Not ideal, if I would say so, but doable. I guess. Anyway, we are looking for various things, but basically something that lets us deal with our enemies. We could have fire damage and Crown of Swords again. Nothing against that. But honestly, it would be more of the same, which I don't really like. But now, our current problem is that we do not deal any damage whatsoever. However, what we have going for ourselves, we are tanky. 15 armor this stage of the game, basically unkillable. Look at that. See? Basically unkillable. But we deal 3 damage, which is a low number. Let's get more charges so we can burst. A little bit better. As you can see, I am trying to kill off the ranged enemies first, because they are a little bit more complicated to deal with, and they take the exact same time that it takes for me to deal with the melee ones, so might as well. Not like I have to walk towards them in order to... That was a goal. Okay. It's not like that I need to walk towards them in order to properly deal damage to them. Let's do the following. This shouldn't take long, this boss. But if I don't get anything AoE related by the end of this boss, I will actually speed up the video for you guys. Because this will take forever. I mean, these were just 4 waves, as you can probably see. And these were 4 waves that I could kill my enemies in a single lightning bolt, in a single magic missile. That won't be the rule forever. The next boss is 8 waves, I suppose. So, before the boss, so it takes a while. I need to punch them about 50 times in order for them to die. I honestly hoping for Gaia Spirit. The damage return build sounds nice. I don't know how doable it is, but it sounds nice. And honestly, I mean, I suppose I could use my tank ability here to increase my DPS a little bit by doing that. I don't know if that worked, but sometimes you can spawn your magic missile in a position that it can hit multiple enemies at once. Yeah, now time to kill the boss. I can actually calculate my DPS here. I deal 150 every 6 seconds. That is about... Oh, Gaia Storms. The name was wrong. Okay, never mind. Let's go. We are so back. Let's get some region going. And now that we are back... Oh, it deals very little damage, but we are unkillable anyway. So the enemies will eventually die. We are unkillable to the current state of the game, by the way. We are not unkillable forever. But for the current state of the game, we are fine. this is great. And all enemies are within the radius of this thing, so I don't really need to increase the radius yet. Quite yet. I will need eventually. And honestly, it's not a bad idea to increase the radius. But I would prefer to increase the damage return. And I still prefer armor over regen, even in this situation. Because if I can get some life steal, this becomes very interesting very quickly. Let's get this thing. Anyway, when I started this series, I made a very complicated thumbnail and everything, but honestly, I have considered it a little bit and I prefer to keep it simple. So, honestly, because making these videos don't take very much time at all, I can focus on my... Actually, I can make a very long backlog of these, if I wanted to. So they take 28 damage, when I take 43. Because the damage return is before reductions, by the way. Oh, more radius, okay, it's something, I guess. I will still need to get a little bit tankier soon. But the game hasn't offered me that much armor still. Not that much damage return too. But thankfully, the damage of my enemies increase with time. And so will mine, automatically. That is very nice. But I want to boost it anyway. I want to be attacked once and see all my enemies suddenly disappear. And this is certainly more effective than killing them with magic missile. The thing is, I have a total of DPS that I can take it, right? And there is a reason, by the way, that I'm not standing in the bog. That's because the damage that the bog deals increases over time. And that can be very much dangerous. Therefore, funnily enough, the best class I can see here would be the Elementalist, because it's the tankiest. Either that or the Horse Armor. The Horse Armor is something a bit of a secret class that is very strong. But it is just as strong defensively as the Elementalist, to be honest. I never actually won a run with this setup, by the way. Okay, I'm probably not increasing any of you anymore. That is because... Okay, extra boost, always welcome. With this setup, I mean, with using Gaia's Thorns as my main form of damage. But that could change. I don't like that you cannot control the knockback of Gaia's Thorn. If it had the reverse knockback, it would be way funnier. Like, imagine, you take damage and then you drag all enemies into your position. Probably not very practical. But it would be something I could do if I had control over it, which I currently don't. I like how the enemies are getting somewhat distanced from each other. The damage from my enemies is increasing. I wonder if they increase at the same scale, like if the health of the enemies increase with the same multiplier as the damage do. If that's the case, then basically this is as slow as the waves will be, right? Because my damage in proportion to their health will just keep increasing. It is currently very low, but not that much. The issue is I need to also increase how much I survive their hits. Because currently it is a little bit dangerous. It is something of a dangerous game here I'm playing. Great, nothing useful. I could go for horse armor. Should I go for horse armor? That's a question. Let's go for horse armor. Sadly, these things have tons of KVs. Not only is not very good, but it also... there is this thing in the game that the best spells not only are very good, very strong at doing what they do, but they also have very little KVs. Like Lightning Rain, Lightning Storm, only has like, I don't know, lightning related stuff, which are 3 KVs, okay. Then counts and stacks. And charges, I suppose. That's it. There are 5 KVs. While Magic Missile has 6. And look at the difference. Magic Missile does do so much less. I don't know. Magic Missile can go very, very far into the game. It can become very OP. But honestly, you need a weapon that can carry it through the early game. Like the spear or the hammer could do it. The sword can easily do it. The thing is, you cannot win the game. Actually, you can win the game, but it is very boring to kill most enemies with just Magic Missile. It's not saying that it's impossible, but, you know, it's very boring. Enemies are becoming a little bit more threatening. I can only tank 3 hits right now. And survive. I could think 4, but then I would die. And that would be bad. They're dealing 56 damage every touch, and I deal 37 to all of them in return. The thing is, I am not returning 30% as it shows here, because that returns as pre-reductions. So if I reduce the damage somehow, by either just armor or something else. This is tempting, honestly. I will get it because it's purple, and that helps me deal with the tanks. Let me just check one thing real quick. I have some notes here and there, which, in order to get the horse armor, Let me see what is the condition precisely. I need at least 1.4 damage. Yeah, size. So I need 2 more boosts in size. The thing about Gaia's... forgot the name of it. Gaia's Thorn. Is that even if you don't increase its damage nor its radius, it is still very good against melee enemies. Because once you take a damage, it just pushes them away, you know, a little bit. Honestly, I will increase the radius, but I hope there aren't that many tanky enemies in this wave. The enemies are dealing every slightly a little bit more. Yeah, with the magic missile at its current strength, I can use it to kill some enemies, I suppose. Because the damage is very not that great. I have not gotten a single boost towards the damage. How much time video length we have? Already 20 minutes. And we still haven't beaten the second boss. Are you ready for a 1 hour long video? It's not like my other videos were that short anyway, right? So, let's get more armor, shall we? So I'm getting either Elementalist or Horse armor. Whatever is honestly offered first. And I will try to increase my size in order to be able to get horse armor, because I need a little bit more size in order to get it. But I would prefer... I believe I would prefer horse armor, because it increases my health a little bit. Too. And generally, health isn't that important in order for you to tank, but I am actively taking damage in order to deal damage, so the health acts more like a mana bar, if anything. Like... oh, this is useful. I would love to get that, but I don't think I will be able to. I guess I could knock that... yeah. By knocking him back into the... oh, finally, some return percent. I just increased my damage by 50%. But anyway, in order to... by knocking them back into the wall, dealt a little bit more damage. Now we have tanky enemies, which I'll be using my magic missiles on. I need 4 magic missiles in order to kill one of you? Really? But I have more damage now. A little bit. This will start to become the... how can I describe it? Dangerous when the enemies that put me on fire start showing up. Because it is a little bit harder to control how much they damage you. They are a little bit more dangerous than these, for instance. Because these, Yeah, they do a lot of damage, right? But honestly, it is possible for me to predict it more easily, so I know when it is time for me to back away. You know, not true for the fire guys. The fire guys, you can back away and the dot might kill you. This is funny. This is funny. Very funny game. I will remove this. Purple one distance. I mean, this is useful. Honestly, not really. It is useful if you have tons of homing and pierce and perhaps a split. It is strong if you have a strong magic missile build already. Then having more distance means that your missiles can hit more enemies. But it isn't the case here. Here, distance just means I can hit enemies farther away. And that isn't as good when your whole thing is to take damage, right? By the way, take these. Oof, let me take that. I missed. That wasn't like precisely a miss, but you get the gist. Okay, boss is down. Honestly, lightning dash is still a possibility here. Like, if I'm offered a lightning dash, I might take it. But the best thing that could happen here would be, I suppose, Elementalist. Because there is so much more tankiness. Why did I throw the magic missile there? Why? What was I expecting to kill? Let's use the bog a little bit, even though I personally don't like it. Excuse me, bog? The bog has that increasing damage thing. That dot, too. Warrior is bad. Lightning dash. Ooh. I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking. This could also be good, funnily enough. This would let me deal damage with my hits. Slowly, but would let me do that. AoE damage, significant AoE damage, perhaps. And then I could get Crown of Swords later and have a Dome of Lightning, perhaps? Let's reroll. I regret everything, but I guess Shield of Courage is nice. Return percent. Okay, now I deal a significant amount of damage back. But I am still not tanky enough for this wave. And probably for every other wave. Yeah. I need to get tankier. Fast. I got something, that makes me a little bit more tanky, which is the Shield of Courage. It makes so that some hits can be ignored, kinda. More armor. More EDS. Let's increase my size. One more boost and I can get horse armor, possibly. And horse armor multiplies everything here, so it might increase my block related stuff. That would be cool. I really don't know though if that's the case, if that increases my block related stuff. That is just something that we will get to test today, if I even get the horse armor, which I might not. I have done a build where I can get, where I could get 100% block chance in the past, and given my current state, I need about 30, less than 30 things. I forgot the name of it. And I think block is applied after armor. If that's the case, that is strong. I don't know if that's the case. No, that isn't the case, I think. Obviously, getting more damage return here would be good. Getting more block chance would be good. Getting the last size thing would be good. More armor would be good too. Everything would be good in this situation. There is one thing I don't really like about block, which is luck-based defense. I don't really like luck-based defense because defense is usually something you want to rely on, you know. So it is after armor. So armor also increases how much block, how effective is my block. I just noticed. That changes a lot of things. I probably can take a single hit of those. And it will probably deal a lot of damage. Yeah. I need to get cautious not to tank too many hits of those. But I could try to take 0 damage and return all of it with the block thing. I like that it synergizes off of armor, because I would be increasing armor anyway. How much video length do we have? 30 minutes already. 34. Let's tank one of these hits. Oh yeah, we can take damage in order to push them into the bog. That will be a strategy. Excuse me, can you deal damage to me? I don't know, twice. Thank you. Now let me remove that. Slowly but surely we are making our value pool a little bit more valuable. Get it? Valuable. Okay. I am positioning myself in a position that will throw some enemies into... Oh yeah, by the way, life steal works with damage return. So getting life steal here would be very strong. Wouldn't... Let's throw some magic missiles. I am removing their values, but still, they're useful. Eventually, this is bog cheese. It is a type of cheese that is made with bog water. You can get it by... I don't know. I'm not a very good cheese maker. Crate block chance at 26%. I didn't even check if I got an armor thing, but it is the green if I got a size thing. At this point, I am compelled to go towards the horse armor route, regardless of it being the right choice. It probably isn't the right choice. It probably is pretty much the wrong choice. Possibly the wrongest. But what can you do, right? Probably not pick Ross armor. Probably pick Elementalist if you're offered. But I am decided to test if horse armor damage block works. And that is what I will do. Let's try to pick that thing. Imagine dealing damage to my enemies. Yeah. Let's try to pick both of them. Probably not be able to, right? Yeah. So, let's do some more bog cheese. Or cheese bog. Bog cheese. We can also stand in the bog. Or armor. Seems nice. Me tanky haven't never killed someone. Perhaps my enemies. Try to get that speed upgrade. Probably not gonna regret that later. The thing is, when I get armor, I spend less HP in order to deal damage to my enemies. Considering HP as a resource, I'm being more efficient with it. You really need to take damage here in order to push those enemies into the bog. This is funny. I like calculating where I will be taking damage. so my enemies are forever pushed into the bog. I will take bog damage here. Honestly, bog damage is nice because it is a very great amount of small instances of damage, and damage block is very good against it. See? Oh, I expected you to have a little bit more HP. Honestly, I think armor. Oh, armor. Only melee enemies, huh? Oh no, there are some ranged ones. But the thing is, small damage instances are better for my damage block. If I'll be spending my HP anyway. I would love to have some life steal too. That way I could bathe in that bog. For like ever. I could eat that bog cheese directly. Could consume it. Okay. I could drown on those bog water. On that bog water, I suppose. Yeah, I will be doing some bog cheese. Not forever though, just as long as there would be enemies. But that's a nice thing about this game. If there aren't enemies alive, you don't take damage. Oh, great. Yeah, great. Oh, you are Colossus. Yeah, you were a little bit bigger than me. Not that much, though. That boss will get bog cheesed, by the way. And there is nothing he can do in order to stop me. I guess he could not touch the bog. But see? Bog cheesed. Bog cheese. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, horse armor. Doubles of... There is that, right? Let's see. It works retroactively. So let's see if the... It doubled the boosts, but not the... This would be 12, naturally. And it is 48. Therefore, it is working, and I'm now have become horse. I am now become horse, the horseiest of them all. Right? So, sadly, this one is not here. But since I'm not now horse, let's increase the block chance to about 50%. Look at that, I now have so much armor. I am so strong. I am the horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Let's go. It seems like it boosts it doubles the boosts, but not the base value. sadly, but it works. But it works quite well, in fact. Like, and the base armor for it, it only increases armor by 50%, it seems. No, actually, it increases everything by 50%. Honestly, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to increase recoil. I would love to increase regen. It is a little bit worse in terms of... Did I see that correctly? If I block him, I don't get the immunity thing. So I can be hit again immediately. And that is very interesting and very strong as well. So my interest here is to get... See? I can deal like infinite damage if I have infinite block chance. Okay, it is in my interest here for me to have as much damage block and damage block chance. That is the most important value of them all. It increases by 6% every value that I catch. It is currently at low percent, but see, sometimes when I take damage, I take strange amount of basically it creates many concentric things, and I know for a fact the lifesteal is very much body value. It is a body from the horse, which I could upgrade. So if I could get lifesteal, that would be fantastic. Now these are these guys, the purple mages, the purple fire mages. They are very much concerning. I don't deal that much damage, but I deal damage quite often. And it is quite spread as well. And I walk over the bog. I deal damage every 2 seconds. Okay, great. Regeneration? I don't think so. We will actually keep deleting stuff. More of the purple fire mages. Okay, I need to regen a little bit. I'm not getting regen because I am expecting almost to get lifesteal. Lifesteal would be hella strong here. And then, after all of my engine is built, I can start increasing radius. So I can get those pesky snipers out of their own firepower. But there aren't even snipers at this point still. It is funny how my... Oh, great, block chance. It increases by 4.5 each. Okay. In order for me to get the... Let's make some quick calculations, right? I need 10 more boosts. then I'll get 100% block chance. I wonder if, and I think it might work like that, that it is possible. Let's see how much damage do you deal. Not that much block chance. I wonder if, and I think that's possible, to block multiple times within one single hit. Because in this game, most things, most interactions, they are... See, let me see, my block amount is 65. Anyway, some interactions within this game, most interactions, most chance-related interactions, when you get over 100%, it then allows you to do it multiple times, like dig, like lightning chance, like everything chance. So I wonder if it is the same for block. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Or block chance. I know there was green armor over there, and in hindsight, the green armor might have been the better alternative, but I'm really wanting to go for 100% block chance just so that we are a little bit safer. Because if we block acid damage, we don't even take it. Look at that. And then my strategy would be to just stand in the bog for literally ever and never leave the bog. Or, I mean, if my suspicion about iframe is correct also, which I think it is, taking a hit from a melee enemy, which is not enough to pierce my block, will be enough to deal basically infinite damage to everything within the radius. Which is nice. I like the concept of infinite damage. I wonder, this probably works for Guardian as well, right? Guardian Recovery and Guardian Layers. But the issue is, if a hit, damage block 95, I'll get that. If a hit, oh god, killing that boss would be very much difficult if it didn't kill itself. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if a hit does not deal damage to you. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'll have to cut that out, but that's fine. Anyway. Where was I? I don't actually remember. Anyway, yeah, I just got it. If the Guardian works just like damage block, then your iframes are not triggered when it triggers. So a single melee enemy could eat all of your Guardian layers in one touch, which wouldn't be nice. So here we have some options. All of them are pretty bad. I will get Humming Projectile because it gives less keys. I need block chance here. 78%, almost 80. The issue with having 80 block chance is that you cannot use the your damage you're taking to gauge the damage you're taking, if you know what I mean, right? Like, because since most of the damage you're taking is blocked, and blocked by quite a lot too. You cannot use the damage you're taking to gauge the damage you're taking. You need to do some... I need to do some math. So 12 becomes 58 at enemies. If I block this, I barely take any damage. And they take a lot of damage. Funny. Oh, 50 regen. Let's grab some regen. Some regen wouldn't hurt. Especially since it is purple. Let's get near those snipers. See, when the melee enemies touch me, something very weird happens. Where I deal effectively infinite damage. Not infinite, but effectively a lot of damage. I need you to damage me in order for me to damage you. That is problematic. Homing, I couldn't care less about homing. I'm tempted to remove you just because you took a purple upgrade for me. Actually, I should have removed that. But see, this is very interesting, this behavior. Because it keeps hitting me. And I suppose the Gaia Thorns has a little bit of a delay. So the melee enemies keeps hitting me until I take damage, or my Think procs, my damage return finally does something. And that means that I return a lot of damage. There, I get to return like all of the damage. I still need more block chance though. Because taking damage is not something that I enjoy that much. Wait. More block chance, 83%? So touch me. Oh god, this is very funny. The fact that I can just walk unscathed. The issue is, I still take some damage, sometimes. And that I could end up being very much unlucky and taking too many damages at once, I suppose. Let's increase damage block. Actually, I believe I get a little bit more off by increasing the armor there. There are no snipers within this wave, am I right? Yeah, but those ranged enemies are still outside of my radius. I need to increase that radius eventually. I'll probably not upgrade block past 100% chance. I don't think it is worth it. Because... yeah. So 87%. So when they touch me, they this is very interesting. This black aura that I create around me when some melee enemy touches me. Sometimes when some melee enemy touches me. Not every time. It needs to deal less damage than I have damage block after armor and stuff. So these tanky ones, they always deal enough damage to pierce my block. Regen. Let's delete the homing. It has done. Actually, let's go on a deleting spree. Hmm. Block chance 92%. Oh, guess this is worth deleting. My current strat. Oh, this is the sniper only wave. That's fine. I only take like 7% of the hits. 8%. So they don't really pose any threats. How long is this video? Already 1 hour long. Just casually walking near enemies for 1 hour. By the sound of Vivaldi. Block chance. One more and I can delete it. And then I will start investing in, I don't know, Radius or something. Funny. And block value too. I can imagine having very big block values here. Sadly, no more melee enemies. It seems like I just kill every one of them as soon as they spawn. Actually, as soon as they touch me, they just die, so... And now I'm here trying to catch my enemy's projectiles. Perhaps having more size would be nice. The radius here is good. Let's start increasing radius. Because it means that when a melee enemy touches me, I can kill some ranged enemies. Don't really deal a lot of damage, to be honest. Actually, that's 787. Oh god, their damage increases quite a lot, doesn't it? Block chance, there we go. We are over 100. Can I thank you? Oh, I can't. But I can. Thank your friends. Okay, I'll probably have to cheese you. Because I can't thank you that well. I could thank you. You deal like 1000 damage every time. But that is not safe. Let's try to cheese you, I suppose. By going, I don't know, here? I don't know, perhaps here. Here is a good way of cheesing you. Yeah. It got chosed. There is not how that works. This one is just... Well, these are 2 per KVs. These are way too many KVs. This is useless. This is 2 KVs. So let's get moody projectiles, I suppose. Let's get a ridiculous amount of damage block. Like, way too much, really. I can go around eating stuff. Funny. Very funny. Excuse me, Mr. Enemies. So I will remove block chance from my life right now. Is it just me or the music just died? I think that the creator of the game didn't expect me to play for this long. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I was just being a human being, I suppose. Let's increase the radius. Let's get that radius going. Bunny, finally. I'm not thank you thanking you, by the way. I'm not touching you. You can die by yourself. Since this does not trigger, I can just go around fetching projectiles all day long. I believe I became immortal. I believe. Could be wrong. But I don't think my enemies can damage me any longer. Perhaps except bosses. Bosses could still damage me. And if if I take any melee damage, this happens. Which is interesting, to say the least. So I am able to become a black ball of death. If anything touches me, of course. I need to be touched in order to become a black ball of death. Yeah, sometimes I do double block. You can see because it's orange. That has no right to happen, honestly. Okay, I'll have to stand in the bog a little bit more. And by this point, I don't think any region is helpful, because I don't really take damage. Mint pudding. Yay. I hope you can increase my radius a little bit. I don't really know where you are. Will I be able to start taking damage sometimes? Oh, it touched me. That was funny. Yeah, let's increase the radius even further. So when an enemy touches me, I nuke the entire map. I could also stand here and slowly but surely nuke the entire map. Nah, I prefer to be reactive. I mean, not really. I prefer to just exist here, yeah. So, increasing the radius. It is something akin of a critical mass of block that I obtained. And now I have become deaf? No, now I am become deaf. Yeah, sure. Oh look, the twins. How much damage did they deal? Whoa. They pierced my block. That is a very big a number. They pierced my block. I didn't know the twins did that much damage. Oh, I'm taking damage. That twin will eventually die, right? Can you tank yourself, twin? Yeah, I have multiple projectiles at home. I guess this isn't that bad. It deals some knockback. Let's cheese that twin. Because it is not dying. Thank you. Now, for my next trick, I will want self-reflection, some more radius. Oh. these guys survive multiple touches. Absurd. They are way too tanky. It's funny how it kind of draws with their blood symbols on the ground. But anyway, while those tanky enemies exist, those melee tanky enemies exist, the whole map is basically dead, right? Well, except... Okay, can you come over here real quick? Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Let's increase the damage I deal. I like how little I have invested into damage this run. But... eating these ones is a little bit better. They deal a little bit over 1000 damage. 1000 damage is a lot of damage, by the way. I will remove region. There is no world where I need region right now. I mean, more region than I currently have. And by the way, if I stand here, I will take increasingly more damage, which will deal increasingly more damage to my enemies until I start taking damage. I don't need more radius. I really don't. If I hear the sound of me taking damage, I press S and I am moved away from the bog pool. Great, there is a good strategy. I don't need more radius. More armor would be nice. If I hear the sound of myself taking damage, I just take a little bit of a step down. Oh, another thing. Hello. I love touching my enemies like that. That sounded weirdly. That sounded very weird. I don't really need to upgrade my health, do I? I don't really need to upgrade my charge speed. I have enough. Yeah. So, let's see. I don't really need more radius. But I also didn't need to remove the radius over there. So I believe I shall increase return a little bit. Just a tad bit. Turns out damage block is strong. Oh, a melee enemy touched me there. Return, return, return. Let's make our waves a little bit faster, shall we? Whenever a melee enemy touches me, many things die. Not as fast as it could be. I'm not really sure why I take the double damage things. Oyster. Let's see, how far can you attack? Not far enough. So you won't be able to come near me. I think. Oh, I'm taking damage. Interesting. This is basically 0 KVs, and that's why I'm taking it. Let's increase increase the return percent and the return percent. Let's stand right here. This is a nice place to stand. Nice view and all. At this point, this run could as well be an armless, a talentless, unarmed run. But return percent? I don't think I have any KV that would be detrimental for me to get to increase. So perhaps I could start increasing random KVs, but honestly, doesn't make any difference. Look at that. Let me grab that damage up thing. Oh, never mind. No pickups are really useful for me except extra boosts. Is that true? Well, I don't see a world where I take damage and the healing thing is enough to save me. I see some worlds where I take damage. I don't quite remember how strong the last boss is in terms of damage, because usually I avoid taking damage from it. Probably I will. Let's stand right here for a second. I think that here is perhaps a good place to stand. See, oh, I died. What happened? Did the last boss just one-shot me through that distance? That was anticlimactic. After dying as well? Well, there you go. I managed to die after killing the last boss, which, as you can see, no one wants to play this thing, this combination. That puts me easily in the top one of this thing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me suffering through that early game. And I see you guys next time.